This transformational full moon will get you in gear and make your dreams a reality. Hi, I'm Karina, your Lucid Living Coach. I'm a healing arts astrologer, and I'm here to give you, and I got a boo-boo, the full moon in Aries report. So this full moon in Aries is happening Thursday, coming up here on, drum roll please, October 17th at 24 degrees of Aries, which is the last decan of Aries. So look in your chart. This is a cardinal fire sign. So you're going to want to look at anything between 20 and 26 degrees in your natal birth chart. That is a cardinal sign. And you will find that there's a lot of transformations happening in that area. Now, this full moon, I noticed, has a grand trine, but it's not the cleanest grand trine. It's in every element. So we have this full moon is where the sun is in Libra, opposing the moon in Aries. Now, the moon in Aries is conjunct Chiron, and the sun in Libra is conjunct Black Moon Lilith. Then we have the opposition with Mars in Cancer and Pluto in Capricorn, just at 29 degrees, ending its whole cycle and starting a brand new 20-year cycle in Aquarius. Then we have this Cancer water Mars squaring over to the moon and Chiron in Aries. That's squaring over to Earth, Pluto in Capricorn, and that's squaring over to the sun in Libra, sorry. So this is a dynamic full moon. It has a lot of action needed to really make this a success, because squares and oppositions give some tension. It's not easy energy. These could be hard conversations. This could be letting go of the past and making room for this new future. Now, the moon conjunct Chiron. Chiron is our wounding, right? It is the wounded healer of the zodiac. So feeling the pain of the past and taking charge of it, being in Aries, of its negative holds on our life, embracing the freedom as the walls that have been up, protecting you from the pain, comes down so that you can receive the life and the connections that you desire, creating a safe emotional place for you and your relationships to grow and evolve. I want you to look back at April of this year. What was happening for you? Where were you? That's when the new moon in Aries. This is completing that cycle. This is completing a 6-month cycle of eclipses. We just had the new moon eclipse in Libra, and this is really cultivating and highlighting our relationships. The relationships that we need to release and let go of that just aren't serving us any longer, and embracing those that really mean something to us, that have a sense of depth, that is sustainable for the future. The moon is square over to Mars, and it's opposite the sun and Lilith together. Now, Lilith is our dark feminine, and Chiron is our wounding. Chiron represents the deep wounds and the potential for healing, especially around identity and assertiveness with Aries, within this Aries energy. Let me share my screen so you guys could see. Share. Sharing is caring. Okay, here we go. So you can see this grand square with these two oppositions And then you see these trines. We have these trines pointing at Pluto, which is transformation. We're ending that cycle. And then you have another trine pointing at Neptune. And then you have another trine here pointing at Jupiter with the sextile. Okay. So we're going to talk a little bit about those. But this is the moon and Chiron together, and the moon symbolizes our emotions, our soul, our depths, our instincts, our subconscious. And when it is conjoined with Chiron, this is the emotional wounding from the past may surface, particularly around themes of self-worth, courage, and independence. With this opposition of Venus and Uranus, it's this desire for freedom and change within our deep bonds and partnerships, and not feeling scared or trapped or withholding from our past experiences. And we might even feel more sensitive. But this also offers a profound opportunity for healing by addressing these vulnerabilities head on. You might be challenged to reclaim your sense of personal power. And this is emotional healing versus the rational shadows. So this sets up as a push-pull dynamic between the need for self-healing and autonomy in Aries and the complexities of partnership and fairness. You may feel a tension between your emotional needs and how those are reflected in your relationships. This can manifest in conflicts where you feel torn between taking care of yourself versus compromising with others. But this is a time of balance and healing and addressing our shadows that have held us back from vulnerability. And boundaries might need to be reset. And it could mean breakthroughs and understanding how the past wounding has affected your current relationship patterns. And there is always something that needs to be looked at with all these squares and oppositions. Also, things that need to be learned. And this could be learning through doing something different or doing something new and adjusting during these grand squares that we'll be seeing in the sky tomorrow. Feelings of freedom and enjoyment within the structures that we implement in our life going forward. It's getting excited about this unknown path, creating more structure and stability, but also freeing ourselves from the fears and the past traumas and hurts. Now, with Venus opposite Uranus right here, because Venus is digging deep. She's at 29 degrees of Scorpio, having these deep conversations that are creating more depth and connection and vulnerability and intimacy in relationships, this is beautiful. But it could be very surprising as to what you find and how you feel about your current standings in relationships. These unexpected shifts in relationships, commitments, and feelings. And you're ready for the level up. Tension in relationships can be brought up with the Scorpio and Venus right now as well. And this intensity, passion, emotional depth, transformation, and necessary conversations are being had. We're desiring deeper emotional bonds and connections with our partners on a soul level. These conversations could create disruptions, explosive reactions, sudden changes, but ultimately leading to closer bonds with others that are the right person for us. Those that are fake or surface relationships will most likely end. These unexpected shifts and disruptions could not only happen in our relationships, but also in our financial matters and personal values. As we have these conversations and we go inward with ourselves, we can find what really matters to us. The opposition with Uranus, the planet of disruption and unexpected shifts and changes and freedoms, are creating breakthroughs in our personal relationships. We are sick. Let me repeat that. We are sick and tired of doing the same things over and over and over again, expecting a different result, or just doing the same things over and getting the same results that we keep getting and wondering, how are we going to change our life to really be on the track to success that we see ourselves. We may be sick of our fears and our past woundings getting in our way of the abundant future that we desire. Having these important conversations with our relationships and partnerships, but as well as with ourselves, will help resolve some of these fears that may be getting in our way, which will in turn help us resolve some of these fears and bonding and creating more intimacy in our relationships. Although this aspect can feel destabilizing at first, it presents an opportunity for breakthroughs, moving in the direction of our true values and love and money, and pushing us to break free from outdated patterns and repeating loops that we have found ourselves in our lives that are just no longer serving or working for us. Only those relationships that have been stagnant or suffocating could experience the shakeup to break up. However, the ones that have been healthy, long-standing, and ready to level up will be seriously looked at and embraced. All we can do at this point is to be open for change, no matter how scary it might be. We need that courage to forge ahead into new terrain, moving past the fears of the unknown, and embrace the exciting new future that we're moving into individually and collectively. Because that is Aries, and Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. It is the ram. Okay, I got my ram ears. There's the ram. And it treads new terrain and paths. Aries are the type that if there is no path, it will make the path. It is not afraid to do a little bit of work and energy to make that happen for the others behind them. They forage new paths. And this is what this full moon in Aries is asking us to do something different, to do something that we never expected for ourselves to have the courage to do. And fighting the freedom and excitement and the passions within those commitments is the name of this new game. With the right people beside us, both having integrity and moving towards the same goals, will be blessed with abundance as everything multiplies in union. Now there's this Pluto trine over to Uranus, okay, and also the South Node. So this transformative and innovative energy in which significantly reshapes the structures of our life, changing in a constructive, positive way that will sustain throughout time. This is the last we will ever see Pluto in Capricorn in our lifetime. Pluto is transforming our relationships with authority, our career, our legacy, ambitions, and the structures within our life and society as a whole. And it will never look the same again. As this aspect and courage is destruction of the old, outdated systems and patterns and favors the building of something stronger and more resilient and aligned with our true purpose. This is within our relationships and as humanity as a whole. We're kind of seeing that right now. This is happening in our own personal lives as well as the collective. That systems like school banks and government systems are all being transformed. This aspect can bring breakthroughs in how we manage our resources, approach our long-term goals, and to deal with these higher figures and structures. It's a good time to implement these innovative strategies in our career and financial planning, and to restructure life in a way that supports long-term stability. We will be seeing significant shifts in government, economics, institutions, material resources, and values during this time. And we're being asked to embrace evolution, welcoming in the change, assisting in rebuilding and reinventing outdated structures and dismantling those to make way for something better. There will be an acceleration of innovative technologies, AI, robotics, and off-the-grid living, and anything that is unconventional and also humanitarian. That is all of Aquarius. You know, I was thinking the other day, how cool would it be if we finally saw changes in government? What if Kamala Harris and Trump both tied in the election? And how cool would that be if they both had to share presidency? Something that has been such in battle and opposition that's created division in our world for as long as I can remember, coming together to work together. That is something that would be revolutionary and life-changing. They would have to agree on policies, on coming to an agreement or a happy medium on both sides of the fence. How beautiful would that be? That is such the Pluto and Aquarius feel, and the destruction of old systems and division coming together as this Libra and Aries energy approaches. Let me know in the comments what you think would happen if they both won the election and both had equal amounts of votes. That would show at least the groups of people that did vote having this split. And the spiritual community keeps talking about the split of the earth, and how some people are staying in the 3D lower energies and some people are ascending to the 5D and up. And we're creating our realities through what we are choosing to vibrate at. Now, let's see. Pluto right here is trining the South Node, and we're being encouraged to transform growth by releasing the past patterns, past thoughts, past habits, our past selves, especially those related to relationships, power dynamics, and structures and habits of the past. We're being asked to release the toxic and dark aspects and dark and toxic relationships that we've held onto from the past and start fresh as we leave an old life behind. And as we step into the new, evolved, different life as Pluto is moving into Aquarius, transforming humanity. And these are, toxic relationships. This could be our toxic relationships with food, with addiction, with relationships, with sex, with certain family members and friendships. We're asking to let them go if they're not serving us and step into this new dimension and our new self. Now, the South Node in Libra is highlighting these outdated relationships, habits, and power dynamics, making it easier to break from these past patterns. These constructive endings are helping us step into the new roles within our lives. So looking at relationships in a more balanced, harmonious way, navigating fairness, compromise, and balancing letting go of codependency, unhealthy partnerships, and prioritizing others' needs over our own. We're being asked to balance our needs with the needs of others, and this is going to be our greatest strength within the partnerships. Overall, this is a time to release the old and embrace personal power, the transformer of relationships, and reflect on our karmic past. What are you ready to release? Make space for more authentic, empowered connections, releasing the past relationship patterns and stuff into a more empowering, transformative, deep bonds within our relationships. Now, Neptune is trine to Venus. This is a really beautiful energy of creativity, love, fantasy. It could be escaping with in love stories and in your workshop, right? This is compassion and forgiveness in relationships. This aspect softens emotional edges, making it easier to forgive, emphasize, and be compassionate. If there's been any conflicts or tensions in relationships, and transit supports healing and reconnection. It encourages unconditional love, which can help you see your partner or loved ones in a more forgiving light, free from judgment or criticism. The focus is an emotional unity and understanding, making it a great time for resolving relationship issues. This is a deep and emotional and spiritual bonds, expressing yourself creatively, a great time to get in your workshop, art studio, heal and forgive from past resentments and unresolved issues, and staying grounded in reality. So that is a lot. There is a lot going on for this full moon in Aries. A lot of, I think, self-realization and really getting real with our lives and what we need to move around with, you know, what we need to adjust, what we need to take seriously. And I'm going to pick some cards. I will turn this off so you can see the cards. Stop sharing. All right, so we're going to start with the tarot deck with the Desert Dreamscapes. Ooh, the King of Cups. Yes, taking emotional charge of our life. The King of Cups. Love, union, synergy, and devotion. Oh no, that's Two of Cups. King of Cups. King of Cups. There it is. The reign over the realm of emotions. Sophistication, composure, welcoming, control. The King of Cups sits at the helm of the emotional kingdom and inner balance. You reign over your feelings instead of being ruled by them. You've cultivated a mature practice of consciously watching and willing and welcoming all its parts of this experience of being human. You don't have to equally like every sentiment that arises, but you are wise to receive all either way. Continue to let your feelings flow through you rather than pushing them away, capable of assessing the power of your infinite inner waters. Your wisdom is potent. You can harness this energy through creative expression and in love. Share your depths. Others seek you out for your calm, emotional sophistication and composure. This compassion and clear communication, you are capable of supporting others. Dilute adversity by choosing to stay calm in its presence. You are the king of your emotions. The radiance tip for this card is take stock of your emotions at the same time each day. Sit down and in stillness and tune into how you're feeling. Find one specific word to describe your overall state and then write it down. All right. All right, let's see. Ooh, the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra. This is the orange chakra. I feel comfortable in my own body and I'm sensitive to other people's feelings. So the sacral chakra is linked to water, sexuality, and emotion. Its name means sweetness, and the color associated with it is orange, and it's situated between the navel and the genitals. This card is asking you to let go of any manipulative, aggressive behaviors that brings conflict in your life. You need to learn to be intuitive and understanding in your relationships with others and yourself. If you are shy and untrusting, this card could be an indication that you need to seek out the reasons for your disgust of others. Distrust. By acknowledging and releasing a past experience that brings out this emotion in you, you will be able to begin to trust once again. This chakra is very much about being attuned to and trusting your own feelings. But you must learn to distinguish between true feelings and the ego. If you are very sensitive, find a creative outlet such as painting or writing that will help you to release the understanding you're feeling by allowing you to view them from a more objective perspective. Okay, so that card was like on point with the messages in the stars. And now are being reflected in the cards. All right, so let's see what crystal card. Golden Healer, Abundance Expansion, and the Golden Rays, the Leo Sun. Right here. Universal life force flows strongly through the Golden Healer with an exceedingly high vibration. The Golden Healer carries bioscalar waves, an abundant form of power that increases in spatial mass. This potent energy can expand awareness across multiple dimensions, transforming your vibration all the way down to the cells in your body. Connected to the solar plex, this stone allows the highest form of healing for your identity and self-worth, releasing ancestral trauma that may have affected you and been passed down through your family lineage. Woohoo! That's a good one too. All right, let's do a couple more tarot for this full moon in Aries. Whoa, whoa. Okay, all right. All right, all right, all right. Queen of Pentacles, okay. Ace of Pentacles. So we have an Eight of Wands. Okay, so this Two of Pentacles that came out is multiple priorities, time management, prioritization, and adaptability. There are some options, right? This guy is juggling. There's many opportunities coming in the way of financial gangs, okay? There is a lot of emotions too. He needs to really figure out what is going to make him the most profitable but emotionally fulfilled. So it's also his values. So he's weighing out these values. Maybe we had a past value system which was about money and like fun, and now we're having this other thing that we're looking at that's a value, which is stability, order, and commitment maybe. And so it's like you can find both of these things in one. Okay. So you can have fun and freedom within your relationships and partnerships. And that's what a lot of these aspects are saying. Plus, we have the 8 of Wands, and this is a movement card. This is about fast-paced change in action and alignment. So we want to make sure that we're not resisting the changes that are happening, because that's only going to lead to frustration and delays. And so this is, once we figure out what we want, there's going to be sudden changes, and then we're going to come to a place of financial stability, of nurturing and being a provider. This is a woman sitting on her throne with her hard-earned coin. And this could be embodying the ultimate provider, okay, nurturer, and creating financial abundance for ourselves. And then the Ace of Pentacles came out, and there is a new financial opportunity, career opportunity to have something of great value and manifest it in this new world, in this new life that we are in, our new found self. Okay, so that's that. I'm going to go ahead and pick a Making Magic card, and then I think I want to pick a Animal Spirit card. So, oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. So Earth, ask the element of Earth for grounding, stability, and strength in the times of chaos. So because Uranus is involved in this, there is going to be a lot of changes and shifts. Unexpected, but also period, right? And so we're just learning to navigate this new life that we're creating. And well-wishing the old life, as Pluto is at the last degrees of Capricorn and moving into Aquarius at the end of November. So we have this animal card. Who is it? Oh, the manatee. Oop, oop. And accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. Okay, so let's see what that says. There are times to fight for what you believe in, and times to lay down your sword and surrender. If you or your family were in imminent danger, it would be quite natural to defend yourself by either fleeing or fighting, whether through action or words. Extreme situations may even require extreme measures. There are definitely wrongs to make right in situations where the spiritual warrior in you must take the lead. However, it's not the case here. What will work best for all concerned is for you to surrender and accept things as they are. Yield in order to overcome. Lay down your sword not to defeat or in self-sacrifice, but from the realization that this isn't the fight that you want or need to engage in. As the saying goes, choose your battles. This is definitely not one to waste your time and energy on. Say the serenity prayer out loud. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Let go of your righteousness and your ego's need to control, and find the peace of mind that you so cherish and have available simply by choosing it. That's so true, because this card is actually like a fire card, because it sounds like Aries, because Aries is the ego and forging ahead. And Chiron is there too in the sign of Aries, healing the egos of desire, of like a more material world than a metaphysical spiritual world. And then I will pick a prayer card. Let's see which one. The Lord is not slow in keeping his promise. He is patient, not wanting anyone to perish. The Lord is gracious to the humble. Okay. So these are the 2 prayer cards. Thank you for liking. Thank you for sharing. And thank you for subscribing. Go ahead and leave a comment. Just let me know that you listened until the end. And if you're in the area and would love to hang out and do a healing art sesh, we're doing a paint and sip for Halloween. It's going to be fun. It's October 20th. It's a costume party, so you can come in costume. You don't have to, but if you want to be festive, come in costume. We're going to have a costume contest, and we're going to paint this Halloween painting. It is $65 a ticket. It includes a glass of William Welch's wine, wine is so good. And it's going to be at the Tasting Room on Main Street, downtown Martinez. I hope to see you there. Tickets are still available. You can Venmo me, or you can go on Eventbrite at Astro Paint and Sip, or you can go to my website at LUCIDLIVINGMOVEMENT.com and buy your tickets through there. Can't wait to see everyone who already paid. We have a nice size group, and we're going to have a lot of fun. And I will see you on the next video.